wonderful kingdom. We are doing chapter 4 of Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. I still have no idea who the murderer is. Maybe you guys have some guesses. You can put it in the comments. But I have no clue. So let's get into it. So she didn't wake up?
How is Mademoiselle Locke, Doctor?
Her vital signs are improving, but she is still unconscious.
I understand. Thank you for looking after her.
She did. So what I'm gathering here with my one brain cell here, maybe you guys can give me yours so we can connect them. But the person that died, who she was coming after, he's the one that took Daisy and changed his name. Allegedly, don't sue me, Mr. Sir, even though you're dead. But allegedly, we all share the same little gray cell. Dang. Alright, everyone, give your halves. Give me your halves. We're gonna need it. Oh, we got things to do and people to see. I have to keep interrogating people on this train. I'll go see those I haven't talked to yet. 6 people. 6. Half a dozen? A photo of Daisy's... Wait. Oh. I didn't even read what I was doing. What are the links between Miss Locke and Ratchet? Right. A photo of Daisy's stuffed animal. The police officer. And she was spying on them.
That was easy.
Easy. What's the best way to know if someone is right-handed or left? Well, you ask them. That's what all the questions and answers have been. You just ask them. Ask Mr. Foucher to observe the hands of the passengers. Ask passengers directly if they're right. I mean, could just ask them. Ask Book if this passenger information is stored somewhere. Do you think that my information about if I'm right or left-handed is stored somewhere? Do you think it's in a file somewhere? That'd be kind of crazy.
This is wrong.
What? You can't
but
just
I'm
ask?
never far from the truth. No, it's too unreliable. Anyone could lie. Right.
Okay, we're just gonna
Yes,
observe.
It could work.
I thought we just answered this. Ask everyone to hold something in their hands. Ask everyone to write. Oh, look! Write something. Ask everyone to reveal which hand they write with. Just ask. I don't know. Right?
Adequate.
Can you sign this paper?
Yes. If I ask them to write something trivial, they may do it instinctively with their dominant hand.
Ask Mitchell to keep track. Remember a conversation with Book about the hands of passengers. For people I've tested before, remember if they... Yeah, just remember it.
Well done.
What do you mean?
Yes, I will remember which people use their right or left hand. That's the right answer.
I had to answer that question like 5 times. What do you mean? Come in my pocket.
Mademoiselle Debenham, I have a few questions for you.
Of course.
Of course. Are you a smoker?
Do you smoke by any chance?
No, I never have.
Likely story.
Let's start with your movements last night.
There's little to tell. I went to bed and slept.
Did you know the man who was killed?
I saw him for the first time during lunch yesterday.
Did you notice anything about him?
Well, if I believed in auras, I might say he seemed dark.
If I just streamed like this. Hey guys, today we're gonna be playing Sims. She can't look us in the eyes because she's guilty. That's why. Okay, well, can you write your address here on this paper?
Would you mind writing your address on this paper for me?
Not at all.
That's a left-handed if I've ever seen one.
That's it. Mademoiselle Debenham is right-handed.
She could be ambidextrous.
Do you recall what time Mademoiselle Olsen went to get some aspirin from Madame Hubbard?
I remember glancing at the clock. She left our room just after 10:30 p.m.
Was she away for a long time?
About
Okay.
5 minutes.
That confirms what Madame Hubbard told me. Do you own a scarlet nightgown?
No, it isn't mine.
Whose then?
I don't know. What do you mean?
You do not say, I have no such thing. You say, it isn't mine, meaning that you know who it belongs to, am I correct?
Oh, I see. No. I woke up this morning about 5 a.m. with the feeling that the train had been standing still for a long time. I opened the door, and I saw someone in a scarlet kimono some way down the corridor. Her back was turned. It was impossible to see who it was.
That was
I
an old woman.
understand.
Thought it was a
Thank you
granny.
for your assistance, mademoiselle.
Hello. It might have been her, actually. Because they look like they had, like, white hair or gray, and she kind of has that.
Mademoiselle, I am sorry to disturb you, but I need to ask you a few questions.
Are you the investigator?
I am.
We are lucky you are on the train. What do you want to know?
Do you smoke, mademoiselle?
No, I can't stand the smell of tobacco.
I don't understand what she's saying. Why is she speaking to me like this?
I hear, mademoiselle, that you were the last person to see the murdered man alive.
I do not know. It may be so. I opened the door of his compartment by mistake. I was much ashamed. It was a most awkward mistake.
You actually saw him?
Yeah, he was reading a book.
And what did you do after that, mademoiselle?
I went into the American lady, Mrs. Hubbard. I
In?
asked her for some aspirin, and she gave it to me. I usually carry extra aspirin for the refugees, but I gave mine to a camp in Turkey. They needed it more than me.
Why is she, like, sounds like she's on the verge of, like, exploding. Like, she's like... Girl, I better back up. You got a bomb on you? German, Italian, Swedish. I don't know what that is. Ba-bomb. Ba-bomb. You're definitely... I don't know. A nurse?
I do not think that's the writer. I must admit I'm not right this time.
My bad. She's 46.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Right. It's because I'm playing you and it's my brain cell.
Did Mrs. Hubbard ask you whether the communicating door between her compartment and that of Monsieur Ratchet was bolted?
Yes,
And was it?
yes.
And after that, what did you do?
After that, I went back to my compartment,
Oh, our brains.
took the aspirin, and lay down. That was around 10:50 p.m.
You're sure you're not 76? Because how you're talking is like you're on the verge of death, and you got a few more breaths left in you.
Is there anyone else in your compartment?
Yeah, a young English lady. Very nice, very amiable.
After the train left Vinkovsky, did she leave the compartment?
No, I am sure she did not.
Why are you so sure, if you were asleep?
I sleep very lightly. I am used to waking at a sound. I am sure that if she had come down from the berth above, I should have awakened.
Did you yourself leave the compartment after that?
Not until this morning.
You know what? I just figured out what she reminds me of, and she reminds me of a chihuahua. Because she's shaking, and she's like, I don't know how to explain it, but she's like chihuahua vibe.
Do you have a scarlet silk kimono, mademoiselle?
No, indeed. I have a good, comfortable dressing gown of
Look at her.
Hagar material.
Okay, now can you write your address so he can remember
Perhaps
it?
you will be so amiable as to write me down your address.
With pleasure.
Mademoiselle Olsen is indeed right-handed.
Good job.
This was a very interesting conversation, mademoiselle. I thank you.
If you have any other questions, I'll be in my compartment. Good luck, Mr. Poirot.
Is that an invite? We got the Riz. Right-handed. Right-handed. Does not smoke. Are you able to remember that, sir? He's writing it down. He's got a notepad. Okay, what's this? Contradiction. I can't do last names. You have to tell me their first name. I don't remember their last name. Debenham. Oslin. It's like two elements reveal contradictions. 10:55. 10:30. 5 a.m. Did not leave her compartment all night.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer. I must admit I'm not right this time.
Okay.
No, not good.
The Chihuahua. This Oleson should have heard Miss Debenham leave at 5 a.m. Oh, that's it? Okay.
Strange, this story. If Mademoiselle Olsen is such a light sleeper, why didn't she tell me about Mademoiselle Debenham getting out of bed? She even made a point to tell me the opposite.
Maybe.
That was easy.
I don't know. You don't talk about other people? I don't know. Like, I don't know. If someone did something, I wouldn't say. I would be like, I'll tell you what I saw. Now we gotta confront her. Is Miss Hubbard left or right-handed?
Good.
Is anyone left-handed? Mitchell. Right.
Right. I'm right again. That
left-
happens to me a lot.
The left-handed person's gonna be the killer, even though there is a right-handed person as well. So they have to be ambidextrous or something. Or there's two killers. Who smokes? Oh, I actually don't know.
Right.
No? Wait, is there a right or wrong answer?
I do not
Okay.
think that's the right answer.
They
Are
do
you
tell
a
you you're
smoker?
wrong.
Indeed.
Do you? Brilliant.
I knew he was a smoker, that's why I did it. No.
This is wrong. But
Oh,
I'm
right.
never far from the truth.
He does
Are you a-
smoke.
Nice.
Right. Yes.
Well done. My little gray cells did not let me down.
We will never let you down. Who vape? Alrighty. So we gotta go confront and ask Mr. Fulcher to observe, who is that? Who that be? It's the bartender.
Monsieur Fauché, may I disturb you for a moment?
Of course. How can I help?
It is, of course, about the murder of Monsieur Ratchet. Can you tell me your movements last night?
I understand. Yesterday evening, I took a break at Vinkovsky station with Hotaru. We then went to our quarters in the staff accommodations, a section of the luggage car. Freya was there, reading, and I went to bed right after. Freya is there now, I think, and Hotaru is in the kitchen. They can verify my story.
What time was this?
11:30 p.m. or a bit after. The snow is beginning to fall heavily.
I see. Thank you. Can you write your address on this paper, please?
You want to pay me a visit?
Who knows, Monsieur Fauché?
That's what I'm saying. Like, just have him sign something. Be like, you have to sign this because I talked to you or something. Because I'm a detective.
He is right-handed, there can be no doubt. Are you a smoker?
I'm trying to quit, but yes. I'm now down to just one pack of cigarettes a week. If you're looking for a heavy smoker, you should talk to Hotaru.
Who?
Thank you, Monsieur Fauché.
I thought we were gonna
I'll
tell
come
him.
back to you if I have more questions.
What? I thought we were gonna ask him to look out.
Monsieur Fauché, may I disturb you for a moment?
Of course. How can I help?
I guess not.
Thank you, Monsieur Fauché. I'll come back to you if I have more questions.
Never mind.
Pardon this intrusion, Mademoiselle Olsen, but something you told me earlier confuses me.
Oh, please, come in.
Oh, please come in. Hello. What's behind your back?
How can you be sure Mademoiselle Debenham was in bed all night?
As I told you, I am a very light sleeper. The slightest noise wakes me up. If Fraulein Debenham had gotten out of her bed, I would have heard her. I got up this morning around 8 a.m. She was sleeping soundly.
Oh, confrontation.
I know there is a clue somewhere to prove she's lying.
Never mind.
Are you certain you would have heard her?
Yes. Why are you asking?
Because she woke up at 5.
I spoke to Mademoiselle Debenham and she told me that she got up around 5 o'clock in the morning. She opened the door and looked down the corridor. It was then that she saw a woman in a red kimono. How do you explain that?
I think I must have been sleeping very soundly not to have
Obviously.
heard it. Oh, but does that make
Me a suspect?
Yes.
I am not accusing anyone, mademoiselle. Do not worry. I am just trying to determine what happened last night. Thank you for your testimony.
She's probably so innocent, but like she's so weird and sus. Like maybe she didn't murder someone, but she's done something. Like I see there's sin in those eyes. Or
Captain Arbuthnot, I beg your pardon, but could you answer a few questions for me?
I'm grateful you found my ticket, Poirot, but now is not convenient.
I certainly didn't expect such a resistance.
ticket? What ticket?
I need to be sure before accusing the captain.
I don't understand what he said. Where's Mitchell? He's not in his little seat. His little high chair. And he called it little, okay? He said his little seat. I didn't call it that, even though it is. Restaurant. Book. Book is... Oh, he's right-handed. I was about to say, whoa.
So, Poirot, I hope you are progressing in your investigation.
I have not finished yet, but it is progressing, yes. I still have many questions that must be answered.
Can you write your
I'll
address?
report to you as soon as I can.
Just write your address on this piece of paper. Right here. Book is definitely number one
Ah, Monsieur Maury. Would you have a few minutes to give me? I have some questions to ask you.
Do I look like I can answer questions? The room is spinning. My head is about to explode.
You were celebrating last night?
bomb.
Celebrating when Freya always wins. Ah, what am I saying? If you want my answers to your questions to make sense, help me recover. You see there, the magnet on the fridge. That is my special recipe. I call it my day after survival tonic. If you could make me my special tonic, I might survive long enough to answer your questions. Jean knows the recipe very well. He can help you with the preparation.
Very well, Monsieur Maury. If I must, I must. I will make you your day after survival tonic.
Why do I need help? I actually don't know.
No, not good. Et voilà.
Voila. One and a half lemon juice, 15 of fresh sparkling water, 6 mint leaves, 5... What's the CL mean? CL? Of ginger juice. Fruit. Ginger. Water.
Missing half of the tonic ingredients. I can use this lemon squeezer to get juice if I find fruit.
Perfect. That's
I
kind of
have
satisfying.
all the ingredients for Monsieur Maury's tonic. I have to go and see Monsieur Fauchet so he can prepare it for me.
He'll say a gin and tonic is horrible. Gross.
Monsieur Fauchet, may I disturb you for a moment?
Of course, how can I help?
Monsieur Fauchet, I need your help to prepare a cocktail.
What is this phrase? This is music to my ears. What can I fix for you? A mojito? A gin and tonic? Or perhaps a martini? Shaken, not stirred?
It's not for me, But for Monsieur Maury.
Ah, his day after survival tonic. Unfortunately, I know it well.
Here is everything that was listed on the magnet.
Excellent! I can take it from here. Mr. Poirot, I'm uncertain about the lemon juice. Is it half a lemon or a full lemon for the recipe?
Half.
Half a lemon.
I can't remember if Hotaru prefers it with ginger or without.
Love
Do you
gin and
remember?
tonic? Really? There's a lot of lime. Yeah. My go-to drink is always something sweet like lemon drops. Actually, I had a really good drink yesterday. We went to a restaurant and I got a blueberry lemon drop and it was actually pretty good. And I like Sex on the Beach. That's a good one because it's sweet. What's another one? Like gummy bear drinks are good. With.
I can assure you that he will want the ginger.
Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake.
There you are, sir. Hotaru will be himself again.
Excellent. Thank you very
Whoa,
much.
those lemons are perfect. Lemons, limes. But yeah, I hate lime. Lime is ugh. Here you go.
Here you go, Mr. Maury. I hope this will help you.
Thank you very much. Please give me a moment while this takes effect. It will be a while, I'm afraid. But I will not move from the kitchen.
Since I have to wait, do you know where I can find Mademoiselle Nielsen?
She is in the staff quarters in the luggage car. If the door is locked, John will have the key.
Thank you. I will return. I hope you have a speedy recovery.
Well, I don't know where that is. Is it this way, I'm guessing? Oh my god, there's more. More to the train.
It's locked.
Of course, it's locked. It's always locked. I guess this is where they sleep, so it makes sense. They gotta sleep somewhere.
Monsieur Maury told me that you are the one who has the key to open the luggage car door. I will need it.
Yes, that's right. Here it is. Please don't forget to give it back to me.
I will not forget, Monsieur Fauché.
Yeah. Oh my god, it looked like a gun for a second.
I have a favor to ask. Could you visit the passengers who are in their rooms and explain there has been an error with their allergy and diet form?
But, Monsieur Poirot, I made no errors.
What?
Of course not. Call it a computer error.
Yes, it is possible, but even if I can see this is part of your investigation, I do not understand it.
I would ask that you observe which hand each passenger uses.
Ah, you wish to know if they use the right or left hand when they write?
That is my intention.
I will take on this mission for you.
Excellent.
Excellent. Good boy. Onward.
That's it.
Just,
It's open now.
is there just a bunch of like suitcases in here? Whoa. Crazy. Oh my god. Drinks.
Empty rum bottles.
So this is what they do. They like play games
A
back
deck
here.
of cards. I suspect they were reading diamonds and spades instead of books.
This is where they hang out when they're not working. Oh, she turned around. A little weird.
Hello, Mademoiselle Nielsen. May I ask you a few questions?
I don't have a minute. My career is ruined, and it's not my fault.
But how did this terrible thing come to pass?
My supplies, passenger luggage, our living space. There is so little room. I gave the cargo handlers in Istanbul strict instructions how to stack my crates containing the ingredients I need for my desserts, so as one box is used up, it can be discarded.
And these fools of cargo handlers did not follow your instructions?
Ignored completely. I have 4 crates that must be moved from there to here to correct the order they are stacked. But placing the wrong crate on top of a smaller crate will crush it, its contents, and my career.
Calm yourself, mademoiselle. I understand. So, the problem is these 4 crates must be moved there, but carefully.
Yes. I have to move these 4 boxes from this location to here. But there is not much space to move the boxes, and I have to be careful never to put a bigger box on top of a smaller one, or the smaller crate will be destroyed.
The problem is clear. I shall assist you.
I'm eating Gushers. Look, they rebranded. Why does it look like that? It looks like Nickelodeon.
Et voilà!
You are a lifesaver.
Or at least a dessert saver.
Thank you, thank you. I will gladly answer your questions.
Can you tell me your movements of last night?
Last night after dinner, I stayed in the kitchen until 12:15 a.m. Then I joined Jean and Hotaru in our quarters. Then all of us read quietly in our beds until we fell asleep.
A very studious staff. However, Monsieur Maury doesn't seem to have followed the same literary pursuit as the others.
Yeah, what do you guys?
And these
Goody
rum bottles,
two-shoes?
do they have something to do with his hangover?
Yeah, this bitch made it more trivial. Exactly. She made it complicated. I stayed in the kitchen after dinner. I joined Jean in our quarters. We read quietly in our beds.
I rather think that you didn't just read last night.
What makes you say that?
You guys party hard, don't you? Well, there's empty bottles, deck of cards.
The empty rum bottles. Were their labels part of your reading last night?
My fault. I must have left them there before I put them in the bin. And these are straight from the bar. Our passengers must have drunk them.
I have my doubts. But why would she feel the need to lie?
Yeah, I'm not her boss or anything. Why do I care?
That deck of cards. I imagine that you didn't spend all evening reading.
Yes, you're right. We played a little last night, but it wasn't long. Nobody really wanted to.
Knowing about the card game does not seem to further my investigation.
Dang.
I spoke to Monsieur Maury. He seemed to be quite hungover. He even asked me to make him his day after tonic. He blurted out, "Freya always wins." Wins what? Looking around, it is clear you were gambling and drinking most of the night.
You don't understand. It's late when we're off duty, but we need to unwind.
I don't care.
And now there's been a murder? Yes, I admit it. We went overboard last night. But please don't tell Mr. Book. It's against regulations. We could all be fired.
Mademoiselle, I realize your difficult jobs have been made more difficult. But as you say, there has been a murder. I must have the truth.
Of course. I'm so sorry.
It's not such a crime. I'll leave it there and check in with Monsieur Fauché.
It's definitely not a crime. Anyway, can you write your address here?
Would you mind writing your address on this paper? I'm asking everyone on the train for addresses, in case I need to contact them once they leave the train in Paris.
I understand.
Do you? She right-handed.
Yes, that's it. Mademoiselle Niersen is right-handed.
Yes. Why do you say it like that?
Do you smoke?
No, I never have.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Do you smoke? No, never have. Thank you. Pay for what?
Thank you for your answers, Miss Nielsen.
You're welcome.
Thank you for never smoking. Alright, your address. I don't know why that's so funny.
Mustache to...
Have you looked at anyone?
Here is your key. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
About the little favor I asked of you.
Aha, but of course. I was able to get new allergy forms from guests who were in their compartments. Monsieur McQueen, Monsieur Masterman, Count and Countess Andreni, they are all right-handed. I also asked Princess Dragomirov, but she had her assistant, Madame Schmidt, sign for her. She is right-handed as well.
You have exceeded my expectations. Well done. Thank you, Monsieur Fauché. I'll come back to you if I have more questions.
So no one is left-handed? Oh, he looks better. He's standing up straight.
How are you?
It's better. Thank you.
Then may I ask you some questions? It will not take long.
Quickly, please. I have hungry passengers to feed.
Très bien. Can you tell me your movements last night?
Oh, nothing special. When I went off duty, I joined John and Freya in a compartment. I read for a short while, then went to bed early.
Reading? I'm not sure you have recovered enough to tell me the truth. Don't waste what little energy you have recovered to lie, Monsieur Mori.
Yes, sorry, Mr. Poirot. You're right. It obviously wasn't reading that made my head hard like that. But if you told Monsieur Book, it could mean my job.
I will keep your secret, but I am investigating a murder. You must tell me the truth.
Thank you.
I wonder if murderers, do they tell their lawyers that they killed someone? Alright, can you write your address for me?
Please, write your address on this paper.
My address? I don't see why.
I think I hear Monsieur Book approaching.
My address? Yes, of course.
We love blackmail. Okay, right-handy.
Another right-handed person. Not surprising, most people are. You are a heavy smoker.
My job. It is very stressful.
Would you happen to know who vapes on the train? A banana flavor?
Oh, yes. The smell disgusts me. What is wrong with the good tobacco?
I do not have time to answer that. Who is it?
I've only seen one person who vapes. It's Captain Arbuthnot.
Captain Arbuthnot. I see.
Is that, Harry Potter? Who's Captain? Of course. Right. Oh, Blue Princess. Tattoo. Even though she doesn't have tattoos, that's a dress. But it looks like tattoos. And I think that's it. I don't have nicknames for anyone else. Oh, wife! Wife guy. That's all we got. They'll get nicknames eventually. And then, of course, we have Book. Yep.
Captain Arbuthnot, I know that you are the only person on this train to smoke e-cigarettes. We found a vial of e-liquid at the crime scene. Will you talk to me about this, or should I pass on what I've learned to the police?
We're confronting him outside
All right.
the door.
Come in if you must.
I almost forgot. In chapter 1, the earring girl and Captain Guy were talking and she was all anxious. Exactly. They're sus.
I have just a few questions for you.
Very well. Let's hear them.
Okay, you don't have to interrupt me. Last night.
What were you doing last night around 1:15?
1:15? I believe I was still talking to that young American fellow, Mr. McQueen, the secretary of the man who was killed. We were in his compartment.
He was a friend or acquaintance of yours?
No, I never saw him before this journey. We'd hit it off at dinner, and the conversation continued into the early hours.
Until what time was that?
Until 1:45 or so. Then I retired to my room and went to sleep.
I forget McQueen is also Lightning. Lightning McQueen. Which I forget who that is. Unless they already have a nickname. I don't know. Who that be?
There is nothing you can recall last night that in any way struck you as suspicious?
It's nothing. A mere detail.
Allow me to be the judge.
Well, before returning to my room, I went to the lounge car to get a glass of water. When I was passing through the first-class corridor, I noticed that the door, which is just after your room, 201, was not quite closed, and the person who was inside peered out, in a furtive sort of way. Then he closed the door quickly. I know there's nothing in that, but it was the furtive way it was done that caught my attention. Struck me as a bit odd.
I understand. Thank you for letting me know.
Okay, well, meeting.
The young English lady, Mademoiselle Debenham, was at the Tocatlian Hotel. Perhaps you met her there?
We exchanged a few words, fellow Brits abroad, that sort of thing.
Is that all you did?
What can you tell me about Mademoiselle Debenham?
Tell me about
Nothing
Earring Girl.
whatsoever. We barely spoke.
The director of the Orient Express, Monsieur Bouc, thinks the assassin is a woman.
And that is enough to accuse her? She had nothing to do with this murder.
How can
How do
you
you
be so
know?
certain?
The idea is absurd. Ratchet was a perfect stranger to her.
How do you know?
She'd never seen him before.
Ah, did she tell you so?
Well, yes, maybe she did. She may have commented once upon his somewhat unpleasant appearance. If a woman is concerned, as you seem to think, to my mind, without any evidence, I can assure you that Miss Debenham could not possibly be implicated.
It is clear that the captain is defending Miss Debenham,
You're a little
a
passionate.
woman he supposedly doesn't know very well.
So if I tell you I'm gonna go and arrest her, how would you feel about that? And then he freaks out and he says, okay, I love her. And then I'm like, whoa. And he starts saying how much he loves her, and he goes into this whole monologue about it. And then I'm taken back and I'm like, oh my god, this is so sweet. And then she runs in and she goes, I love you too. And then they kiss and they go mwah, mwah, mwah. And I'm like, oh my god, guys, this is amazing. Let me officiate your wedding. And then we call a priest, and the priest comes. And then we gather everyone into the dining room, and there's a wedding. And so they're all walking down the aisle, and then all of a sudden I object. And then Harry Potter looks at me and he goes, what? And I go, I object. And he says, what do you mean? And then I say, I'm in love with you. And everyone in the crowd goes, oh. The end. Can you write your address on this paper?
Could you write down your address here, please?
My address? If you insist.
This man is right-handed.
Well, do you even vape, bro?
Is this e-cigarette liquid yours?
What flavor is it?
Banana.
Well, that is awkward. That's my flavor of choice. But I have no idea what it was doing there.
Oh.
Whatever.
Can you explain how it ended up there?
I have no idea. I never entered the man's room, Poirot. That's the truth.
Then Mr. Dead Guy comes and says, I love you too. And then everyone goes, and then we're like, wow, he's not dead after all. And everyone jumps in the sky and goes, yeah. Alibis. Who has an alibi that can be confirmed by another witness? McQueen. Well, Earring and Harry Potter. It's a tough one, actually. Oh wait, no, her and her roommate. My bad. I already messed up. I meant Earring and Chihuahua, and then Lightning and Harry Potter, and then Mitchell and Hubbard, and then the two workers. The working class.
I'm right again.
Vape. Okay. Only person that smokes it, and there's a vape. Confirmed times. Has an alibi at the time of the crime, which is interesting. But I can't accuse him. His alibi protects him despite the liquid found at the crime scene.
Captain Arbuthnot is the only passenger to smoke an e-cigarette. Even if this liquid in Ratchet's room is a solid clue, he has an alibi. I cannot accuse him without any other proof. My little grey cells did not let me down.
And now we gotta report to Book.
So, Poirot, I hope you are progressing in your investigation.
Yes. Wait, without the murder weapon? We know the murder weapon? No, the vape smoker.
I identified the person responsible for the bottle of liquid for the vape found at the crime scene.
So, this is our culprit? Do we hold him?
No, unfortunately, this bottle belongs to Captain Arbuthnot, but he has an alibi, confirmed by Monsieur McQueen for the time of the murder. There is no trace of the murder weapon on the train, as yet. The killer could have hidden it anywhere.
Right.
It must be somewhere.
Indeed, as you say, it must be somewhere. According to Dr. Constantine's report, the stab wounds were made by at least one right-handed and one left-handed person, and with different strength. For the moment, everyone I have checked is right-handed. It is impossible to draw any conclusions as yet. However, I still have a few people to interrogate, notably the Russian princess.
Right.
You still have many avenues to explore?
Indeed, the case is far from over, mon ami.
There's lots to do.
Monsieur Bouc, Monsieur Poirot.
Michel,
Oh god.
calm down.
But it's Mrs. Hubbard. She says she found the murder weapon in her room. She's very upset.
Let's go, Poirot.
Oh god. Oh yeah, and then Hubbard is Hubba. Or Chubba Hubba. I thought there was papers on
I
her
demand
floor.
to be allowed to leave this train!
Madame, we are in the mountains,
Oh my God.
trapped in a snowdrift.
Stating the obvious, there is a murderer among us.
Just
He had
change
the audacity to
rooms.
hide his weapon in my room.
Please, Madame Hubbard, take a deep breath and tell us what occurred.
The knife.
Where did you find the knife?
I I wanted to get a handkerchief from my purse, and when I opened it, I saw it! A bloody knife! Am I next to be murdered?
I very much doubt the murderer would give you his weapon.
What do you mean?
Madame, he would have used it.
Oh, I have it!
Every time. I just want a compilation of them doing that over and over.
Did you touch the knife?
Of course not! What a question!
I will take that as a no.
So you didn't? It's an interesting purse. Okay, that is scary.
Is this knife the real murder weapon, or is it a red herring?
That is sharp. Okay, I put it back in your purse. Don't worry. Not gonna take it out or anything. Alright, Book, what do you think?
Mrs. Hubbard is distraught, Poirot. I should stay with her. Please go on without me.
I have every right to be distraught. Thank you, Mr. Book.
Mr. Book. Okay, is that it? There you are. I forget you're in this room.
Dr. Constantine, we may have found our murder weapon. We need to make certain.
There is a pretty quick way to be sure. I have estimated the depth of the wounds. You can easily find the depth of each wound by comparing the width. There are 5 of them that I am not sure about. Test them, and then we will compare our results.
Not
I will
math.
do as you say, Doctor.
Oh god, the math. Okay. It's a test. So, for each wound in the body, find the depth that could match the knife shape to check if it could be the murder weapon. Do we get to stab?
No, not good.
Not good.
This is wrong.
Oh, can you tell me if I'm
But I'm
close?
never far. I must admit I'm not right this time. Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
Bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did it. This one's a little shorter. This one's shorter. This one's shorter.
I do not think that's the right answer. No, not good. My little gray cells did not let me down. What
I'm
do you
your
think,
little
Doctor?
gray
Is
cell.
this knife really the murder weapon?
There can be no doubt. You found the same depths as the estimates I made during the preliminary autopsy. I can assure you that you hold in your hands the weapon that took Ratchet's life.
She's awake. Oh my god, my bangs.
Thank you. I feel way better now.
The rest gave you time to sleep off most of the effects of the drug.
I'm still a bit groggy.
That's understandable.
Are you able to continue your story now?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Where was I?
Groggy
You were
froggy.
explaining how you returned to the Armstrong house to tell them their poor little child was dead.
Yes, that's it. I felt helpless. My part in the case was officially over, but I knew I couldn't let it go.
We're going back.
Daisy deserved justice.
4, chapter 4. Yeah. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. Quattro. No.
Hello,
cinco.
Miss Morrow. I'm here to see Colonel Armstrong.
Good morning, Detective. Colonel Armstrong is upstairs. He isn't well.
Is he sick? Cinco, of course. Scary. Savannah. Oh. What is his pose? Why is he sticking it out like that?
Good morning, Colonel Armstrong. Is your wife here?
Here? No, Sonia is not here. Always one step behind. She died of a miscarriage last night. My wife, Daisy, and our baby. My whole family is gone.
I'm so sorry. I came straight here this morning. I received word that you can arrange for Daisy to be returned to you for burial. I didn't know.
Well, then, now you don't have to come back. I can arrange for Daisy, my wife, and our unborn child to be buried all at once. Very efficient. Being a military man, I can appreciate efficiency.
What?
I know how hard this must be for you.
No, you don't know. I don't want your sympathy. I want you to do your bloody job and catch the creature that did this.
I know you won't believe me, but I swear to you, I will find who did this.
And
if it
she's
takes me to the far corners
downstairs.
of the earth, I will find them.
Then go. Please go now. Go find them.
Sir, she's downstairs. Stop. You're gonna make me act up if you keep standing like that. Boink.
All units, Hike is in the vicinity of the cabin where Daisy Armstrong was found, spotted a pickup truck drive through the barricade tape and then head up the dirt road toward where the subject cabin is located. Any car nearby who can respond?
Unit 28, we can respond, but we're a ways away.
Dispatch, this is 11. I'm on it.
Copy that. 11, you good to go.
Copy that.
Where are we going? I wasn't listening. The cabin, of course. Or the crime scene? Oh yeah, we found Daisy.
Okay, there's
I
the
forgot.
pickup. Let's see who ignored our barricade tape.
I forget Daisy isn't missing anymore. It's a murder.
11 here. I'm at the cabin. Someone has broken in.
Are you requesting backup?
Not yet. I'm going to take a look around.
Copy that, 11.
I feel like you should still have backup on the way. There's a truck.
An individual has entered a police-secured area. I have to stop him first. A forensics evidence identification marker. Duct tape to silence Daisy's screams. Damn it, Daisy. I will find whoever did this to you.
Hey, look, it's the code we never had to use.
3892. Oh, when the poor dear was killed.
That was a date? I thought it was a code. What was that? What was that? What was that? I'm scared.
Don't shoot, officer. I'm on your side.
Sir, keep your hands where I can see them.
Sure, no problem.
Sir, this is a crime scene. Who the hell are you?
I'm a reporter. Boston 6
you're
News.
definitely
You
not
can get
on
us
my
on cable
side.
even here in the mountains.
They haven't heard of crime scene tape in a big city like Boston?
All right, that wasn't my best move. I got all excited. I didn't expect to find the place deserted. It was hard to resist.
You should have tried harder. I'm placing you under arrest.
You should be thanking me. Look what you apparently missed and I found.
We'll get to that, but you're going to answer some questions first.
I'm more used to asking questions, but fire away.
They didn't check around the cabin in the woods? What? It's crazy.
Who are you exactly?
I'm Michael Clark, journalist for Boston 6 News. Off camera, but someday I'm going to be anchor. You just wait.
Do you have a way to prove that?
My press card's in my truck.
Far away. Bang, bang.
What are you doing here?
You should know a crime scene is off limits.
I'm investigating the Daisy Armstrong kidnapping like you.
Does the pickup parked in front of the cabin belong to you?
Yes, indeed, it's mine.
I'll check. Show me your hands. I'm gonna cuff you.
I'm sure we can work out a deal.
Put your hands in front of you.
Aren't you going to read me my rights?
You have the right to remain silent. I really wish you'd exercise that one.
Burn.
Dispatch, this is 11. I intercepted a suspicious individual at the crime scene. I'll check to determine how badly he's compromised it. Then I'm bringing him in.
Copy that, Detective Locke.
Now let's go check that thing. I wonder what it is. This is crazy.
Yes! I knew I could do it. I can always use safecrafting as a career move.
You said it was a date. I mean, it could be a date, I guess.
There. Now let's see what secrets you're hiding.
I don't want to know.
What the hell is that gas can doing here?
This is scary. So that one's right. And then there's... Wait, so is that it? Are they right?
Let there be light.
Oh my gosh, I didn't have to look it up. I'm smart.
Perfect, it works.
2019.
February 24th, the day of the kidnapping. They knew about the party and everything.
Oh my god.
February 24th.
Oh my god, the power. There we go.
Yes! I knew I could do it. I can always use safecrafting as a career move.
Better than Book talking in the background. Is it the million?
An expensive looking pen with the initials JM? What's its story?
JM?
It's Daisy's hair clip, the same as the picture I saw at the Armstrong house.
The one she wore every day. Oh, a hair.
That looks like a hair caught in the band around the money. Forensics will tell me for sure, but that doesn't look like Daisy's color.
Yes.
These get locked up again until forensics get here.
We got him. That was kind of scary. Inspect the items in the safe. Inspect the bunker. Okay, but I'm a little scared.
I'll secure the bunker for forensics. Progress at last.
Are we in the clear? Are we gonna get jumped? What if the reporter's dead in the car? Still alive, sir? Am I still alive?
I don't need to talk to the suspect right now.
Okay, guess we're searching his car. We don't have a warrant for this, by the way. Maybe we do. When you're arrested, maybe you get... I don't know. I think you need a warrant.
The glove compartment is closed. Candid photos of the entire Armstrong family. A reporter just doing his job. Or something else.
Man, she wore that outfit every day. That's probably the like one of the saddest parts here. And they're rich. She has money for clothes. Journalists.
Clark's press card, and the phone number of the newspaper is on it. Ah, good. I can give him a call.
3884. Wait, where's the key?
Telephoto lens. Not so surprising for a journalist.
Right. Oh.
Car keys in the sun visor. A classic hiding place. Well, at least on TV.
What does that matter? Oh, the car key. I see why it mattered.
The vehicle registration is not in the name of Michael Clark or a rental company. The vehicle registration is not in the name of Michael Clark or a rental company.
Interesting. It's not letting me click this. There we go. Michael Clark.
Clark's driver's license seems to be in order.
Isn't that the museum that they were doing the fundraiser for? Is that it? Okay. Okay, it was 3, 8, 8, 4.
No, this isn't it. Think!
What? It wasn't. Oh, 3, 4. Wait. 3, 4, 8, 4?
No, Joanna. That doesn't track.
3, 4, 8, 9?
I don't need Mr. Poirot to tell me I'm wrong.
Yep.
Score.
See?
1 for the good guys.
Our brain cell connected.
Hi, I'm Detective Joanna Locke, Berkshire Police. I'd like to speak to an editor, please.
One moment, please. Hello, Detective Locke? This is Abby Wilson. I'm a senior editor. What can I do for you?
Does a man named Michael Clark work for you?
Yes, he does. Why?
Yes, he does. What? Latest from Clark, your relationship, what's the type of article is last known subject.
When was the last time you heard from him?
Oh, it's been at least 7 or 8 months. That's not unusual.
Oh, that's not? Okay.
He works in the field?
Yes, Michael Clark is what we call a stringer. He works as a freelancer, comes up with a story we can use, we pay him, and we don't hear from him again for several months.
What kind of stories does Mr. Clark write?
Mr. Clark is an investigative reporter. Mostly crime stories, to tell you the truth. He comes up with some pretty macabre stuff some of the time. Is there a problem? Or a story?
Maybe he wanted a story, so he, got in on the kidnapping. It was like, yeah, do this kidnapping, and I'm gonna make a great story out of it.
Do you remember what the last case he investigated was?
It was a murder case. The victim was a millionaire named James Miller. He was called the Frozen Fish King of Gloucester, Massachusetts. His body turned up in one of his nets. Or, rather, most of it did.
Ah, well, thank you, Ms. Wilson. You've been a great help to me.
Pleasure. I hope he's not in trouble. He can be a little pushy, but he's a good guy overall. So what's he working on now, Detective? Are you sitting on a story?
Thanks again.
So, do you have a story for us? We'll pay really good money for it. Oh, he has the gasoline.
The gas can I found in the bunker would match this outline perfectly. Okay, time for forensics to attack that bunker. And Clark? He's too sure of himself. I need to get him into an interrogation room and find out what really makes him tick.
It's like she kept interrupting me, but it's like he was destroying the evidence or something.
I know my rights. You can't keep somebody locked up in a car like this, you know. You wouldn't do it if I was a dog.
What are you, a baby?
Do they have bathrooms at the station?
I'm sure they have bathrooms at the station. Don't worry.
I have the right to make a phone call, Detective whatever your name is.
That phone is an outside line.
Hello, boss. It's Michael Clark. I'm still on the Armstrong kidnap, but there's a small problem. I got caught being someplace I shouldn't be. I'm at the police station. No, I'm not under arrest. Just questioning. Fire me. Why? The station's integrity? You're kidding me, right? If you think I've screwed up that badly, then fire me. Got that? Fire me. Yes, do it.
You didn't have to call
That
them.
didn't go well.
I think I got my point across. What happens now?
Go ahead. Then we'll have a chat.
Why'd you call them? to just get fired. Yeah, maybe he didn't call his work boss. Maybe it was a
Now that
code
we've
word.
taken your DNA, we can begin. Interview of suspect Michael Clark, 6 p.m., March 30th, 2019. This interview is being recorded.
By elves behind the mirror, no doubt?
You were arrested at a crime scene where you damaged police barricade tape.
I'll pay for a new roll.
That's a Class A misdemeanor, and it carries a $500 fine.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
To begin with, where were you on the night Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped?
I was watching TV in my motel room, but I had my police scanner on. I heard the first reports that the little girl was missing. No way the police at the scene were going to let me get close. I set my alarm so I could get on the story first thing in the morning and tried to sleep. It was difficult.
Can anybody confirm where you were?
No, afraid not. I was alone and sleepless. A sad combination. And I realized a bad alibi.
Well, Mr. Suspect, you got gas, and I can smell it, so can you stop? Would you like to confront? Yes.
Let's move on to the gas cans and what we found in your pockets when you were brought in here today.
That sounds exciting.
It's the most relevant topic. Burn the
In
place.
addition to the gasoline in the back of your pickup and another in the bunker, You had a lighter and gloves in your pockets. You were going to set fire to the bunker and every scrap of evidence inside.
Where to begin? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I wasn't planning to use these things to destroy the crime scene. I've been around crime scenes my entire career. I brought the gloves so as not to contaminate it with my fingerprints. The gas can in the back of my pickup, I use it to put gas in the truck. Gas stations are few and far between in your mountains. I didn't know there was a gas can in the bunker. If that's true, I did you a favor. My arrival obviously scared off somebody planning to burn everything.
Do you also have an excuse for your lighter?
The lighter? I'm trying to quit smoking. I used the lighter as a reminder not to start again.
No, sir. There was a little line showing that you had a gas can.
You say you're a journalist, a stringer for Channel 6 News in Boston.
I sell my stuff to lots of media outlets.
The name of the editor-in-chief, the camera that was left in the car.
Your camera was in your pickup. You didn't want to take pictures of the crime scene?
I like to get the lay of the land. Once I see the story I want to tell, then I start documenting it.
I don't know any journalist who works a case without their camera close at hand.
He thinks he's invincible. I need to play his ego. That's the key.
Or...
What are you doing in the Berkshires? And what is your connection to the Armstrong case?
For the past few months, I've been working on a big case. Boston 6 News was looking forward to my next story. The Armstrongs have been on my list of potential targets for a long time. I changed gears when Daisy was kidnapped and started investigating the Armstrongs.
I was about to say, I was like, what kind of reporter investigates before the murder even happened? Which of these sentences? For the past few months, I've been working on a big case. I was looking forward to my next story. No, that's not true. You were investigating before she was kidnapped.
So you just stumbled on a major kidnapping story during your stay in the Berkshires?
Yeah, I was researching PCBs in the river for crying out loud. Then, wow, the Armstrongs. That's not a Science Sunday report. That's a lead. Sometimes you just get lucky.
Your camera in the pickup. There were photos of Daisy from before she was kidnapped.
The Armstrongs are a famous family, like the Kennedys or Hollywood couples. Gossip sites love them. People want to see how they live. I started out just stealing candid shots. Paparazzi live on getting that one exclusive shot. Steamy.
Gross.
Intimate. Whatever. Then when the kidnapping happened, I realized I was here first. What an opportunity. And I jumped at it.
You have an answer for everything.
You're not very good at this, are you? How long have you been on the job?
Long enough to put you away for life. If you killed that little girl.
I think I'm doing pretty good.
Let's start with why you went to the cabin.
If the police were interested in it, I was interested in it.
That pickup of yours, that's a very nice ride. Especially for a stringer who only gets a few stories on the air. How can you afford it?
When Boston 6 does use a story, they pay okay.
That truck is top of the range. How much did it set you back? $55,000, $60,000?
When I have to, I do what everybody else does. I take out a loan. How about you, detective? You got a loan on your car?
He's enjoying himself. I need to throw him off balance somehow, surprise him into making an error.
Right.
Explain to me again how you got to the crime scene.
I listened in on the police radio frequency. Anybody can do it with a scanner. I headed for the crime scene in my trusty pickup, like I've done for years. After the forensic team left, I needed to see the crime scene for myself. I got to the bunker just before you arrived.
I listened on the police radio. Headed for the crime scene, my trusty pickup. Oh.
You said you've been driving that pickup for years?
You heard right. Thanks to it, I never miss a story.
It's a lie.
You say you've been using your pickup for years, but the title certificate is not in your name. The truck belongs to somebody named Stephen Baker.
Okay, I don't get why the pickup is so important to you.
Well, who is it?
But I guess my ego made me say that. Yeah, the pickup was lent to me by a friend. I couldn't afford it even with a loan.
I think you stole it, Mr. Clark. You needed a pickup like that for our mountain roads, so you stole that one.
Try proving it. But while you run off on some wild goose chase, you can't hold me.
I know that Clark is lying. I need to reconstruct the whole sequence of events in order to understand what happened.
Okay. We got this. So, what is this? I arrive at the cabin. Clark opens the bunker. Clark throws a can of gasoline into the bunker. Clark breaks the barricade tape. Clark closes the bunker. Clark takes a can of gasoline from his pickup. He probably threw it after I arrived. Closed it. Open. Yeah, oh my god, first try. That's crazy.
Hey, I'm a pretty good detective after all.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what really happened. You waited until forensics left and arrived in your probably stolen pickup. You grabbed a can of gasoline from your truck. You then went into the cabin to check if Daisy had been found. You then went straight to the bunker to see if it had been discovered, planning to set it on fire and destroy all the evidence inside. Before you could start the fire, you heard me arrive. So you hastily left your gas can and closed the hatch. You didn't think I could open the bunker. If I hadn't found you, I expect you would have burned down the cabin too.
I'm not gonna make fun of you, Detective, or how you handled my interrogation. You're obviously very new at this. I swear I'm telling the truth. I didn't know the bunker was there until the moment you showed up. I seem to have trumped your entire police force.
When I get the DNA results from the bunker, we'll continue this conversation.
You have no concrete evidence against me whatsoever.
The lab results
Not
will be in
yet.
soon. You won't get away with this.
Yeah.
See that call? That's your arrest warrant and a one-way ticket to prison. I'll be right back.
They're like, we have nothing on him.
Hello, sir. I think I found the man who kidnapped Daisy Armstrong.
Oh, that's a strong...
I'm interrogating him now.
Hold on, Detective Locke. I have some bad news. Someone set fire to the cabin in the bunker. The fire department is on the scene, but they say it's too late.
That's impossible. My suspect has been in the interrogation room with me all evening.
We can't hold him. Suzanne Moreau. Her fingerprints are on the wine bottle found in the cabin. We also found an unknown person's fingerprints, but they don't match your suspects.
Sir, with all due respect, I'm convinced Michael Clark is involved.
Detective, I'm cutting you some slack already. But we cannot hold your suspect simply because you're convinced he's guilty. We have evidence that Suzanne was working with an accomplice, Noah Garrity. I order you to release the reporter and arrest this Moreau.
Let me just check my last lead. The DNA analysis of the hair found in the bunker safe. The results just came in.
I know how hard this is. Okay. Get the DNA results. Detective Locke, I will give you 1 hour maximum.
Yes.
Then you close the file and arrest Suzanne Moreau.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. This guy has to be guilty of something. Like, he knows too much. Let's look at him through the window.
This is all a game to him, and he doesn't. An extra computer so I don't have to go all the way out to my desk. I'll add these to the file. Anything that will erase Clark's smile. The only comfortable chair in the whole station. But there's no time to rest. Case files. A lot of them for our tiny town. An extra computer so I don't have to go all the way out to my desk.
Alright, so can I use
An extra computer so I don't have to go all the way out to my desk.
I guess we have to go get something and come back. No? Wait, do we go back in here?
Who did you call earlier?
An editor from the Boston 6 News.
An editor you repeatedly said should fire you. That was your accomplice, wasn't it? You were telling him to start the fire.
An accomplice?
Oh my god, that's what he was doing. Wait, who's Jonas? Jonas Brothers?
I know it was Noah you called.
I'm saying nothing more without the presence of my lawyer.
Stay right where you are. I'm not done with you yet.
Wow. Do I hear grounds for a lawsuit?
Some poor innocent woman is being accused instead of you. You set her up, didn't you?
You have to let me go, Detective.
All I need is one more phone call to the lab. I know it's you, and I'm going to prove it.
Please.
Hello, this is Joanna Locke. I need the results of the DNA test I asked you for.
Hi, Detective. Sorry, we only have the DNA sequence. We haven't had time to compare it with the suspects yet. It'll take 7 more hours.
No.
I'm sorry, but you are not the only one on the waiting list.
Send your analysis to my computer in the office. I'll do the comparison myself.
I need authorization.
I have a murderer who is going to walk free unless I get those results now.
Fine, we'll send it to you right away, but I'll have to log this.
It's my last chance.
Oh man.
No. No! Suzanne? I don't understand. I was sure it would be Clark's hair. I'll have to let him go.
I don't want to. There's no way. He literally was on the phone and he said fire. Like what?
You can leave.
Sorry it didn't work out for you, Detective. Maybe you should consider a career change.
Okay.
We are not done.
You know what? My career change is going to be...
Oh, but we are, my dear. We are done.
A criminal.
I had no choice but to return to the Armstrong house to arrest Suzanne Moreau.
Great. This is going to be great. Like, I know she's involved somehow, but, like, still, he should be arrested.
The arrest warrant for Suzanne Moreau.
Oh, God.
Suzanne was set up by Clark and Noah. They are the kidnappers, but I'm not giving up. When Suzanne comes up for trial, I will fight for her defense. But for now, the district attorney is in charge. If I want to stay a detective, he always has the last word.
Crazy. Very crazy. He needs to listen to why we think that guy is guilty. Because that phone call is crazy.
The door is wide open.
Oh, God.
How strange.
No.
Hey, is anyone there? Miss Moreau?
Oh. Suzanne, you're here. Let me just go through your stuff while you're sleeping.
Miss Moreau, can you hear me? It's me, Detective Locke. You must get up now. Miss Moreau?
She's
Miss Moreau, can you hear me?
Suzanne Moreau is dead. There are no traces of blows or injuries on her body. She doesn't seem to have defended herself from anyone.
What? Well, we can't arrest her now. No. Oh my God,
It appears Suzanne killed herself by ingesting all these drugs.
Ow. It's the pull box. Well, I killed Daisy. I was scared she would tell if I released her from the cabin alive. I can't live with myself for what I've done. Pray for Daisy. It's the nanny. She's responsible. How could a child nanny do such? No.
She must have realized at last how she'd been used. And the self-righteous court of social media was as quick as usual to try and convict her.
No, I think someone wrote that for her. Please forgive this letter. Dr. Adams has been unable to reach you for several days. We wanted to let you know that your mother passed peacefully during the night. Oh. Wow.
Suzanne was telling the truth about her mother.
Suzanne is good after all.
Suzanne's diary is missing.
That's what I'm saying. Someone's been here. Her boyfriend.
Her glasses are missing. I called the district attorney to inform him.
This is Detective Locke, sir. I'm at the Armstrong house.
Have you arrested Suzanne Moreau?
She's dead, sir. Apparent suicide, but I need a forensics team.
She killed herself out of remorse for her part in the crime.
We don't know that yet. I'm calling forensics now, but I wanted you to know.
What a mess. Stay on site until forensics arrive.
Yes, sir. Standing by.
Standing by.
The investigation was officially closed. I was certain that she was innocent,
What?
and Clark had been responsible for 4 deaths and then vanished into thin air. With $1 million. Dollars marked, though, and not easily spent. I didn't care if the case was officially closed.
I swore, Mr. Poirot, whatever it took, I would hunt him down.
Oh my god, finished chapter 5. Ay. I hope you guys enjoyed chapter 4 and 5 today. Definitely comment below, who do you think the murderer is? What do you think's gonna happen? And I'll see you guys in the next chapter. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. Also, you can come follow me on Twitch, where you can watch unedited content of me playing variety games or Sims or whatever we're doing that day. So definitely come hang out and chat with us. Till next time. Bye.